Ladies and gentlemen, welcome everyone to the Hardcore FM podcast show. I am your host, Hardcore Declan, and this music means it's pay-per-view night. I'm going to just continue on with this song just for a few minutes. And ladies and gentlemen, that intro does never ever get old. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the swing of things, ladies and gentlemen. It is WWE Stomping Grounds here tonight. Comes live to you. I don't know where it's live, but I think it's hold on, just 2 seconds. It's Washington, where it comes live. The Tascom Dome. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. The Tascom Dome in Washington. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is a short card here tonight. But we'll get into swinging things. But I'd like to shout out. I couldn't remember the person that keeps coming on my channel, and I appreciate it. Thank you very, very much for coming in on my show and my channel from Switzerland, I believe. Joanne Jones, is that right? I'd like to say hello to Joanne Jones if you're listening, and thank you for subscribing to my channel. My apologies, I couldn't remember your name on the last show, so me apologies there. And sorry guys that I couldn't cover the what was it, the one in the pay-per-view, the last pay-per-view, the Super Showdown. Me apologies there. I was obviously had other things to do, so me apologies there. But let's get into the swing of things. It's WWE Stomping Ground, obviously a new pay-per-view, of course, brought on by the WWE. Every couple of years, WWE bring out new pay-per-views, and it's good to see, new pay-per-views, instead of, having the same pay-per-views like, the Extreme Rules, Fastlane, what else, just like, stupid pay-per-views. But it's good that WWE finally make a new pay-per-view, newish pay-per-views. And I don't know if it was a WCW pay-per-view, please let me know in the comments, and I will probably give you a shout out, guys. But let's get into the swing of things. I do not want to be rambling on here for the rest of the night, but let's get into the swing of things. We will start with the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship match. Bayley versus Alexa Bliss. And of course, I presume that that Scottish girl will be in Alexa Bliss's corner. I do not know. Nikki Cross. My apologies there, guys. I'm new to all these new wrestlers coming here. I know Nikki Cross has been on the Raw or SmackDown for the last couple of months, but I'm getting the hang of it here, guys. It's been a long time being absent here. I know I've done a couple of shows. I'm still a bit rusty here, guys, but I am young. So Bayley versus Alexa Bliss for the WWE SmackDown Women's Champion. Does this mean that Alexa Bliss could be coming over to SmackDown? I don't really think so, with only the brand split, after only coming, over. But I am gonna go. Bayley's only champion a month. She cashed in her Money in the Bank at the last pay-per-view, the Money in the Bank. So she's probably a champion maybe a month, give or take. But I am obviously gonna go with Bayley on this one. Bayley to retain her WWE SmackDown Women's Champion. I could be wrong, guys. I could be wrong. I've been wrong in the past, and I can admit, I can sit here to you today, guys, and say yes, I have got some right and I've got some wrong. I got most of the card. I think the last at the Money in the Bank. Now, obviously, the Brock Lesnar thing, that was a surprise, even though who was supposed to originally win it? Was it Drew McIntyre or something like that, or Mustafa Ali? I think was supposed to win it. I can't remember. Obviously, Brock Lesnar, but I actually got the majority of that card right. Win some, lose some. But I'm gonna go, guys. I think Bayley is gonna retain her title. I can't see her. She's only a month champion. I can't see her losing the SmackDown champion. So I'm gonna go with Bayley, guys. Please, if you want to, you can message me on the chat. You're more than welcome to message me on the chat. I'll either get back to you or give you a shout out, guys. But we'll move on. So Bayley to retain her SmackDown Women's Champion. Now we will move on to Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. Obviously, this matchup obviously unfolded obviously because Shane McMahon in the last pay-per-view, was it the last? No, sorry, my apologies. It wasn't. It was at the Super Showdown. Shane McMahon beat Roman Reigns due through the due to Drew McIntyre getting involved. So this match has come together. Roman Reigns obviously has beaten Drew McIntyre before, but I'm gonna go with my boy Roman Reigns tonight. I honestly think he can beat Roman Reigns can beat Drew McIntyre, but you have Shane McMahon. So I'm, to be honest, I know I've picked. Do you know what? Actually, I'm gonna change my prediction, guys. I'm gonna go with Drew McIntyre because of Shane McMahon is going to be there, and of course McMahon. So he could get involved somehow or another. I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre to beat Roman Reigns here tonight. Now we will move on to Becky Lynch versus Lacey Evans for the WWE Women's SmackDown Championship. To be honest, the WWE Raw Women's Championship. Sorry, did I say just Women's Championship? My apologies. The WWE Raw Women's Champion. So Becky Lynch versus Lacey Evans for the Raw Women's Champion. Of course, I'm from Ireland, of course, and I always back my girl Becky Lynch, being Ireland, of course. So I'm gonna go with Becky Lynch here tonight, beating Lacey Evans tonight. So but this is a big rivalry. This is starting into a big, massive rivalry, as you know. Lacey Evans obviously came in. Was it before? Wait a minute. No, sorry. After WrestleMania, I think, was it, or after WrestleMania? So she kind of, and then she kind of attacked Becky. So it's turned into a really big rivalry there tonight. I'm gonna go with Becky Lynch, my girl Becky Lynch, Dublin, Ireland, Becky Lynch. So, I'm gonna go with Becky. And of course, Lacey Evans, of course, cost Becky her SmackDown Women's Champion. If you remember, Becky 2 belts. She had the SmackDown Championship and the Raw Championship, and because she interfered in the Charlotte Flair and Becky match, which I got right actually in the last pay per view and the Money in the Bank pay per view. Becky lost her belt, so yeah, I'm gonna go with Becky Lynch on this one. So we will find out tonight or tomorrow who's gonna win the match. Now we will move on. I presume it'll be the main event. Actually, no, we won't come on. We won't. We'll come back to the main event in a bit because I need to talk about that last. We will move on to Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe, the US champion, versus Ricochet. Now, to be honest, Samoa Joe, don't get me wrong, I've been following Samoa Joe for a long time. Samoa Joe, I think he was in New Japan Wrestling. I didn't follow him if he was in New Japan Wrestling, but I followed him when he was in TNA. Then he came over to obviously WWE. He's a good fighter. He's a mean fighter. He's a badass fighter, and that's how I love about him. I know he's a heel. I love Samoa Joe. Absolutely love him. He's a great wrestler. But I'm going to turn the tables here now on this. I think personally, Ricochet could have this match, but I doubt it. Ricochet, fantastic wrestler, came over after WrestleMania, made his debut after WrestleMania, alongside Aleister Black and a few others that came over from NXT. But neither here nor there. But Ricochet, fantastic wrestler. He's going to be a legend someday. And hopefully, please God, he could, maybe one day he'd be a WWE Hall of Famer if he stays around. But anyway, we will. I'm gonna go with Ricochet on this one. Don't get me wrong, Samoa Joe, he tapped out Rey Mysterio in 10 seconds, 5 seconds at WrestleMania. Or something like that. Could be wrong. Could have been a minute or something like that. But he's a badass fighter. But I'm gonna go with Ricochet on this one to become the new United States champion. So Ricochet on that one. Now we will move on to a tag team match. The New Day, which is Big E, Xavier Woods versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Who's going to win this match? It's a tough match because, everybody loves the New Day. I personally love Kevin Owens. I'm not really too fan of Sami Zayn, but I love Kevin Owens. Doesn't matter what type of persona he has, but Kevin Owens absolutely I don't know, he just has that weird vibe, that good vibe, even though he's a heel. And he's a good wrestler, good Canadian wrestler, good Canadian that has ever. Obviously, there's been a lot of many Canadian wrestlers: Bret Hart, the Dynamite Kid, Owen Hart. So many Canadian wrestlers. Test is another one. We won't go into it, but there's so many. But he's probably one of the best today in the business. Obviously there is obviously the best in the business. But he's probably one of the best. He reminds me of a Bret Hart today. I know he doesn't have the pink and black and the glasses, but he just kind of reminds me of a Bret Hart. Today is Bret Hart. And I'm sure he's making Bret Hart proud at the moment. But I'm going to go with the New Day on this one. Even though, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I'm going to go with the New Day on this one. Because, there's an awful lot of beef, attacking people, attacking Kofi, and Big E obviously is back from his what was it, a knee injury he had or something. It's good to see him back. So a lot to yeah. I honestly, I'm gonna go with the New Day on this one, guys. And sorry, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, if you're listening. I know you're going to be listening to this show, but if you are listening, sorry. That's my prediction. Who's going to win tonight? Okay, we'll move on to Tony Nese versus Akira Tozawa versus Drew Gulak in a triple threat match for the Cruiserweight Champion. Now, I don't know how this match came along because I don't actually watch the Cruiserweight division or the 205 or whatever it is. So I don't know, but if my guess with this match, I'm gonna go with Tony Nese. He won at WrestleMania. He's only 2 months, 3 months champion. I'm gonna go with Tony Nese on this one. Akira Tozawa, fantastic wrestler, absolutely fantastic wrestler from Japan. Drew Gulak, I know a little bit about him, not much about him, but I don't think Drew Gulak is going to win. So I'm gonna definitely go here with Tony Nese here. Definitely Tony Nese, and we'll wait and see, guys. Now we will move on to Daniel Bryan and Ronan, versus the Heavy Machinery, Otis and Tucker, for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Who's gonna win? Honestly, I think Daniel Bryan and Ronan, great tag team, absolutely great tag team. I think they'll definitely retain, but I would love to see Heavy Machinery become the tag team champions. And stop all that. I'm the planet's champion, and come on, give us a break, Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan was one of the. He still is, but the way he goes on, it's ridiculous. I know it as a character, Stampede, it's kind of his real character too. But come on, at the end of the day, Daniel Bryan, obviously one of the best WWE champions in WWE. Is doing this. At one stage, he was probably the best in the world, best in WWE. But now his character, I know, kind of references to him in real life too. He's a vegetarian and stuff like that, and a vegan and all that, and clean the champion and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go with Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan on this to retain their tag belts, but I'd like to see Otis and Tucker become the SmackDown WWE champion. Sorry guys, my apologies. My dog is going absolutely mental there, so just you'll have to bear with me. My apologies. So I'm gonna go with Daniel Bryan, Eric Rowan to retain the WWE SmackDown champions. Okay, now we will move on to Kofi Kingston versus Dolph Ziggler in a steel cage match for the WWE champion. Who's gonna win? And the last match, in fairness, I know Xavier Woods, Dolph Ziggler kind of attacked Xavier Woods, and Xavier Woods hit Dolph Ziggler, and Obviously, Kofi Kingston hit him with the Trouble in Paradise, and he won the match. And then of course, I think it was like the next night on Raw, I think, or SmackDown, I think it was. I can't remember. He was like, "Oh, you attacked me and cost me the champion." But the funny thing about it is they didn't show Dolph Ziggler attacking Kofi Kingston. Or sorry, my apologies. He didn't show Dolph Ziggler attacking Xavier Woods. My apologies. So, he only showed, Xavier Woods kicking Ziggler, Trouble in Paradise, 1, 2, 3, and still WWE champion. I'm gonna go. This is a tough one, and that's I like toughy ones. I like real tough ones. I'm gonna go with probably. It's very hard. I'm gonna go with Kofi Kingston on this one to retain as champion. But Dolph Ziggler, he is a good wrestler. He backs up what he says. So I honestly think that Kofi Kingston will definitely retain. But if Ziggler wins. He, to be honest, he'd be actually a good champion because he's been away for a long time. He came back after WrestleMania, moaning and complaining. That should have been me. That should have been me. That should have been me. Look at Ziggler. At the end of the day, Ziggler, maybe if you didn't live for a while, maybe it could have been you. So, stop whining and complaining. And, you already had an opportunity at the belt. So, why should you have another opportunity? And this so-called new authority with the McMahons taking over and all, saying, "Oh, there's no rematches. There's no this. There's no that." That's a rematch in my eyes because they fought at the was it the Extreme Rules? No, sorry, not the Extreme. Was it Money in the Bank or was it the Great Super Showdown? I can't remember. I've honestly, guys, with all the pay-per-views has been around. I didn't cover the Super Showdown, so it's been crazy. So, was it Money in the Bank that Ziggler, or was it? I don't know. Could have been Super Showdown. But anyway, we'll move on because I'm rambling on here. Kofi Kingston to beat Dolph Ziggler here tonight in a steel cage match to retain his WWE Championship. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on. The reason why I left this to last, the main event of the evening, because there's an awful lot of speculations. We will move on to the Seth Rollins versus Baron Corbin for the Universal Championship. And that's the reason why I left it last. I was going to cover it a while ago on the show, but I said, no, I'm going to wait till this. Wait for the main event of the evening. I just want to try that in, just for the crack. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Seth Rollins, Universal Champion, versus Baron Corbin. And the reason why I wanted to leave this for the last is because, the last couple of weeks, special referees and all that. Okay, and whoever wins, I can't remember what match it was. If Baron Corbin wins, he gets to pick his the special guest referee for this match. And I think he won. And obviously, I think it was last week or the last week or so, Seth Rollins, of course, been going around smashing everybody with chairs that had association with Baron Corbin. So this is my prediction. What's going to happen here tonight? And I think you guys know where I'm going with this, by the way. Okay. I honestly think I obviously Seth Rollins versus Baron Corbin, but the special guest referee is going to be Brock Lesnar, ladies and gentlemen. Brock Lesnar is going to be the special guest referee, and I reckon what happened is he'll obviously attack Rollins. He'd be vulnerable or whatever. Hit an F5 on Baron Corbin. He'll probably get Rollins to pin him, and then Brock Lesnar will cash in on tonight's main event. That's what I reckon is going to happen. But you never know. Brock Lesnar has a year to cash in. Whatever, okay. But that's my prediction tonight, and that's the reason why, guys, I left this to last. So that's my prediction, okay? Brock Lesnar is going to be, obviously, he's going to inject himself into this match as the special guest referee somehow or another. That's the speculation. But you never know. Brock Lesnar probably won't be there tonight. But my speculation is Brock Lesnar is going to be the special guest referee for the Baron Corbin. He's going to, obviously, he'll probably, I wouldn't be surprised if he helps Baron Corbin to basically soften Rollins up. Then Brock Lesnar will F5 Baron Corbin. He'll pull Rollins onto him 1, 2, 3, and then he'll probably attack Rollins and then cash in and probably end up becoming the Universal Champion again. But now my initial speculation was that Brock Lesnar was going to cash in at SummerSlam. Now, SummerSlam is what? What are we? June 23rd, is it? June 23rd? So, probably, normally, SummerSlam is like the last week in August or something, or second or last week in August. So around like the 20 something, 25th or something like that. So there's probably about roughly 2 months. And that's my speculation. But I reckon, obviously, shit is going to hit the fan here tonight. And we're going to probably end up having a new Universal Champion. But who's going to win the match? I just said it. I think Rollins is probably going to win. A softened up Rollins is going to probably pin Baron Corbin via Brock Lesnar. And Lesnar will obviously attack Rollins and cash in the Money in the Bank. Because if you remember back in the Super Showdown, he tried to cash in, Heyman slipped, and that's how Rollins, I think, gave him a low blow, was it, or something like that? I can't remember. And lucky enough, Seth Rollins got out of dodge. So, Seth Rollins, obviously, very lucky there. So, so that's it, basically, boys and girls. That has been our preview show, our Stomping Ground preview show. Sorry it's been a little bit short tonight. The card is not really stacked compared to the WrestleManias, and I didn't do the Super Showdown, so I didn't get a chance to do it. So and of course, I just want to move on to I don't really want to be talking about it. I wanted to talk about AEW just for a few minutes, guys. This new wrestling promotion, AEW, All Elite Wrestling, of course, and of course Jim Ross back at the helm, back at the commentary position table, which is good to see. Jim Ross back where he belongs. It's a shame that WWE only, I think, had him on a Legends contract and only used him like twice or 3 times last year, which is a shame, and so, of course, after losing his wife. So, it's good to see Jim Ross back at the commentary position. And of course, guilty of charge, I watched the Double or Nothing pay-per-view, And to be honest, it was actually not a bad old pay per view. I honestly thought it was actually a lot better. There was more wrestling than WWE, because WWE, as they call it, is sports entertainment. You're not even allowed to say wrestling anymore in WWE, which is a joke. It's supposed to be wrestling, you know, but it's world. Even though it's called World Wrestling Entertainment, it's called it's entertainment. Joke. You're not even allowed to, or sorry, my mistake. Sports entertainment. Why don't they just change it to World Sports Entertainment instead of having World Wrestling Entertainment? That's so ridiculous. But anyway, the Double or Nothing pay per view, I thought was absolutely fantastic. It was a great pay per view. It was on ITV box office. I think it was Saturday night of last. I think. Great pay per view. It's good to see Cody. I know he's an executive role there, but he says, "Look, I'm not going to retire her. I'm not going to retire like Triple H." But that was brilliant. His entrance was absolutely fantastic too. I don't think he was actually throwing a dig per se at Triple H. I think he was just basically saying, "Look, just because I'm an executive, I am not ready to retire from this ring." I don't think it was an official dig to say, "F you, Triple H, F you." I don't honestly think it was a dig. I just think it was just saying, "Look at Triple H. I was working for your organization at one stage, but look at me now. I'm doing well. I have an executive role here. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic, and I'm delighted." And you know what? The Cody Rhodes and Goldust, Dustin Rhodes and Cody Rhodes. That was probably one of the best matches on the card. Now, obviously, there was other matches like Chris Jericho took on who did he take on? I can't remember. Kenny Omega, and then obviously the AEW, the All Elite World Champion was revealed. Bret Hart came back, which I was shocked, man. Jesus, I nearly the roof on my house nearly blew off when I seen him, because I was like, wait a minute, why the hell is Bret Hart, on a different promotion? Now, of course, look, Bret Hart has no obligations to WWE. Okay, if WWE say, "Look, listen, we need a guest appearance," okay, come over, no problem. And then obviously there was like talks about Natalia, of course, getting punished because Bret Hart ended up on AEW. Obviously WWE weren't too happy about that. There was a couple of legends, of course, the Casino Battle Royal. There was Tommy Dreamer was there. The Sandman there? I can't remember. I know there was a couple of legends there. DDP, he didn't wrestle, but he was. I think he was there. He's like a backstage. Billy Gunn is another one. I think most of them are all kind of producers backstage. But here's the thing, okay? Excuse me, folks. Stuff is absolutely going crazy in my house now. Alarms going off, dogs barking, dogs crying. Jesus Christ. I do not get a break, guys. You can hear that, dogs crying and shit. I do not get a break. Trust me, I do not get a break. But anyway, Tommy Dreamer works for TNA, so he must have some sort of clause in his contract where he can work for TNA and also All Elite Wrestling. Now, All Elite Wrestling comes on the air. I think they have a couple of pay-per-views coming up, but I think is it September, October, where the TNT, which is Turner Network Television, it's the first time in 10 years, I think it is, that Turner Network will have wrestling on their channel. If you remember the WCW, World Championship Wrestling was on Turner Network, because obviously Ten Turner obviously owned a share of WCW. But anyway, we're rambling on here, guys. Then of course, what was cool about the AEW pay per view was Jon Moxley, aka if you don't know who Jon Moxley is, and you're only new, of course he was Dean Ambrose when he was in WWE. Now, obviously, I follow Dean Ambrose because I watch a lot of WWE, and so that was fantastic to see Dean Ambrose, aka Jon Moxley, or Jon Moxley, aka Dean Ambrose, whatever you want to call him. I'm going to call him Jonathan because that's his real name. Jonathan Good, I think his name is. That's his real name. Jonathan, of course, signing with AEW, All Elite Wrestling. That he honestly, he's gonna probably bring that company high, and probably far and beyond. He's he's good. He reminds me of a young. Obviously, we're here, of course. He kind of reminds me of a Stone Cold Steve Austin in a way. I know he doesn't drink and all that, but he just has that type of persona. He doesn't give a damn what he says. If he wants to curse and stick his middle fingers up, he's gonna do it. He doesn't care. He's Jon Moxley. He's Jon Moxley, guys. You know what I mean? And that's, I think, what the reason why people love him. People love him, it's that kind of Stone Cold Steve Austin persona and stuff like that. And I probably will tune in when AEW comes on a weekly, whatever day, if it's a Tuesday or a Wednesday. It could come on Mondays. It could compete with WWE. I doubt it will compete with WWE. It'll probably come on maybe a Tuesday, maybe compete with SmackDown. So I'm guessing it'll probably come on a Tuesday night, or probably even Wednesday night, just to try and not compete with big organizations. But it's good to see a new promotion getting promoted in All Elite Wrestling. Cody Rhodes done a fantastic job. Now, it's not just in existence yesterday. I think it's been probably in existence a year or so. And the guy, I think, who owns is a Fulham Football Club, kind of has a bit of a stake in it. Like, he's kind of the owner, and Cody Rhodes obviously is the executive producer along with his wife, and there's a few others there. But it's good, to see a different, because I missed WCW. And I'll tell you the reason why I missed WCW. WCW used to be actually killed. Now I know Monday WWE or WWF at the time was also killed. Like WWE now, like our WWE that we have now is not the same as the WWF or WWE we had back then. Like, it was more. I personally thought it was a lot better. Now it was more for probably adult content. It started off just child gimmicks, and where WWE were having the adult thing, the like adult content, so it was probably like for older generations than teenagers and kids. WWE had that gimmick where you had like superheroes and people with masks and stupid dustbin lads and all that crap. You can't be doing that. You know what I mean? But then when they established themselves and came into the Attitude Era, that's when WWE was at its best. And that's how I believe they beat WCW in the Monday Night Wars. But, you know what I mean? I know, unfortunately, WCW went bust. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it's a new promotion now coming in. It's something kind of new and improved, and maybe it's going to be exciting to watch. And especially having probably, and I'll say it again, probably one of the best ever commentators that came out of WWE. Is he's going to be obviously the face. I think Jim Ross is going to be doing other things. I think he's going to be like some sort of talent relations or something, some stuff, because he was head of talent relations in WWE, even though he was the face of the commentary booth in WWE. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean. It's good to see him back, and when you bring somebody in with that caliber, it kind of gels together. Now there's speculations of other people joining Jim Ross, Mike Tenay. Then I can't see Jerry the King Lawler. There's talks about Jerry Lawler going to AEW. I don't think it will happen, but you never know. You know what I mean? It would nice. Do you know what? It'd be nice to see two old timers back at the announce booth again. But I can't see Jerry Lawler, leaving WWE to join a different company. I think Jerry Lawler is kind of loyal to Vince McMahon, but you never know. Like there's other wrestlers thinking of joining, like Sasha Banks is still thinking of leaving. Like there's a few wrestlers thinking of leaving, and would you blame them because they're not getting that proper push? And like if I was in that predicament, if I was in that if I was in that predicament, I'd probably do the same. So, but hopefully, please God, obviously WWE is my number one. I will watch AEW. But I'll be interested if they do go to war. That would be fantastic. You know what I mean? Like the old days. But WWE now will have to obviously start pulling up their socks, and they need, because I'm not being funny. Like WWE, the material has gone bad. I know, unfortunately, I watch it. Stupid me. I'm one of them that I'm one of them that watches. So stupid me. But look, I love it. I've watched wrestling since I was yay high, up to me teens, and and obviously now there's obviously speculations of CM Punk going to AEW, because there's an awful lot of beef now with Vince McMahon and Triple H and CM Punk. Well, I don't know if personally, I don't think Punk has beef with Vince McMahon. I think he has more. It's more Triple H, and obviously Punk walked out of the company. We haven't seen Punk since, so. But anyway, I just wanted to just kind of touch on that. I've done my preview show, and guys, that has been it, guys, and I appreciate it. I like taking my time to bring to you a pre-show, and I hope, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it if you can, guys. Smash that like if you can, guys, and I appreciate it. And guys, this has been our Stomping Ground pre-show. I hope you enjoyed the show tonight. And I am out of here, guys. Bye-bye.